Why is class pace important?
Class pace is very important because rhythm and the pace that you set as the teacher is really going to dictate the rest of the class experience. And if we are trying to facilitate an experience for students to tap into those transformational qualities we always hear about that the yoga practice can provide, it means there's a rhythm of the class experience that leads to deep, concentrated effort. So as a yoga teacher, pace, you set the rhythm of the class in the ability to sustain the pace of that concentrated effort that supports one pointed awareness, which really think about all the things that are going on in life. Rarely are we doing the one thing. So if we're wanting to provide an experience for students that facilitates that rhythm or pace is going to be crucial, because all other elements of the class are going to fall into that one category, that pace of the class. So very important.
Could you give me an example of a moderately paced sequence? What that might sound like?
A moderately paced class, if we think about vinyasa, it's like the rhythm of music, if you can correlate that, of a metronome, right? We set the pace, the metronome. The teacher sets that rhythm, which indicates the facilitation of the flow, meaning the flow of breath connected with movement, which is the two key pieces, right? And thinking about teaching pranayama, right? The pace, the tempo sets up your ability to teach pranayama and the breath initiating the movements. And so as far as kind of a mixed progression of a vinyasa, vinyasa means to place in a special way. So the rhythm is going to help you to place all the other components of the class into that special experience of one-pointed, concentrated effort. Rhythm sustains the effort. Breath, of course, is the supporter of that and that rhythm aspect. I just love how to relate it to music and how it really, you then become this ability to be, as the teacher, the conductor of a beautiful experience in the rhythm of the yoga class experience. So let's think about the sun salutation progression and try to understand the setting of the pace and the rhythm. Now, the key probably highlight of this that I want to express it would be like your breath, right? So it's important for you as the teacher that when you're cueing to inhale, you take that breath and exhale, right? So inhale, exhale, and then inhale, sweep your arms up and overhead. Exhale, hinge from the hips forward and fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, plant your hands, step your feet back, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, low runner's lunge. Exhale, step forward and fold. Breathe in and breathe out. So there's a steady, rhythmic cadence that allows, from that being offered to the student, the ability to drop into that deep, concentrated rhythm, the inhale, the exhale. So not only are you teaching movement and how to skillfully move, right, but the breath initiates the movement always.
What are some ways that I can set the tempo for my class?
Different ways that you can establish tempo in your classes is to, before you even go into the class, steady your own breath. Take those full inhales, long exhales. And then outside of the classroom, to prepare for that, to really be that great facilitator of flow, voice record yourself. cueing. I would use a sun salutation. That's a great rhythmic tool of a progression that allow you to not only voice record it as you would be teaching it, but then take your class and have the student's perspective and see how you receive the rhythm. How does it feel in your body with the movement and breath? And it'll give you some refinement tools. And do that repetitively, right? As much as you need to, till ultimately you step in. The best way that you're going to develop cadence and tempo is by actually teaching. So teach and then refine on the back end, and then just dedicate yourself to being an excellent facilitator of flow and supporting that environment with that deep, concentrated effort, so that the teachings of yoga, those transformational qualities that we aspire to receive, and the residue of that experience, when you set up tempo well, then all the other elements in your class just fall in place.